All right, chat. Ooh, my hair looks bad. Ooh, no, it's just a bad day. Just bad hair day. Hopefully, everyone's doing well. I feel like this is no longer mixing songs. I feel like it's just playing them in order a lot, and the order's not good. Alex, welcome first to chat. Hopefully, you're doing well. Greetings and salutations, and what's going on, my fellow human beings? Hopefully, doing well. Hopefully, you're doing well. Gap, welcome to chat. Era, welcome to chat. Not working 7 days a week. Pro moves, don't do that. It's fine. Your hair is always bad. Is there a mod yet? Can we start making the bands early tonight, please? Like super early? I have +5 against the against mods. I'll just be the ultimate mod. I'll just ban chat. Just move on with my life. But hopefully you're all doing well on this Wednesday. Paid off the mods last stream. They forget about it. They have short-term memory. D20 actually early? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit early. Hey, Leo, welcome to chat. I am a little early. Well, because like, so Monday the stream ended at like 11:30. And I was all hyped on the stream, right? So I didn't fall asleep till like midnight. And my son woke me up at 6 and I had to like go to the gym afterwards. And it's just like, ugh, so exhausting. So I'm hoping if I start a little bit earlier, we can play through. This scenario looks a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So I don't know how it's going to go tonight, but we'll see. So yeah, go through, do it, see how it goes. Did a very basic 30-minute calisthenic workout last night after work. Body is still sore out. Today was leg day for me. So did deadlifts, hack squat, leg extension, leg curl, the calf machine thing, then core. And I was gonna do some like some running and whatnot, but I had to go to the grocery store and get like eggs and protein and stuff. So when is Scary Terry going to be played? What's Scary Terry? Yeah, which one's Scary Terry? MP3, you talking Swoo and Lorcana bands. So here's the thing with the Lorcana. I feel like the 2 cards in the Lorcana I never used. Right? So, and it makes me realize maybe I should have. Like, Fortisphere, I feel like I never even saw that card. But it was a 1-cost item, resourceful. When you play this item, you may draw a card, which stinks that it's getting banned because anything that helps you draw is nice. And Extract of Steel, 1 cost, banish this item, choose a character of yours, gains bodyguard until the start of your next turn. Opposing player challenges must choose bodyguard. Like, I feel like this wasn't like an overly powerful card, but okay, sure. And Hiram Flavor Sham, 4 cost, 1/6 stat line. When you play this character and whenever he quests, you may banish one of your items to draw 2 cards, which is pretty strong, right? Being able to draw 2 cards. So it's interesting that they did that. I didn't see the swoop bands. Is that up on Fantasy Flight Games? What? No. What? Do they not have it up on here? Suspension update. All right, so what we got? Triple Dark Raid. It's not Triple Triad. 3 cost event. Search your top 7 cards of your deck for a vehicle and play it. Put other cards at the bottom of your deck. It costs 5. It costs 5 or less and enters play ready. Return to owner's hand at the end of the phase. Okay. Oh, are they canceling Django again? Excuse me. Django Fett. When a friendly unit deals damage to an enemy unit, you may exhaust the layer. If you do, exhaust that enemy. Dude, that's bonkers strong. Fantasy Flight Games must love they can just like cancel cards. Oh, it's a Freddy knockoff? I have no idea. But basically play Fortisphere, then quest with Hiram to draw 3 cards in a turn and only spend 1 ink. I gotcha. So it had to be combined like that. That makes sense. Okay. Fantasy Flight Games access your hard drive and that can illegally destroy capture trains. If they can get into the house, sure. Good luck. I think that I'm pulling the trigger. All right, so I will get into that in a second with that tiger. Don't keep that thought for a second. So Django on the other side, pretty strong. And then DJ. Oh, it's a legendary. I don't have that. 3 cost smuggle, 7. Oh, God. When played using smuggle, take control of an enemy resource. When this unit leaves play, that resource's owner takes control of it. Jeez. I've never seen DJ since the legendary, but man. Think I'd do it in a tier list? Possibly, but hold on. Let me. So I would recommend getting stuff soon. I'll explain why in a second. Hold on. If you follow me on Twitter, you would already know this, but okay. So the reason being is because Van Ryder came out with a letter today about the tariffs. Actually, they did it right before the pause of the tariffs for all the countries but China, but I digress. So long story short, they're really upset about the tariffs. They're going up to 104%, which is obviously a big amount. And so, who is it? It's AJ that's doing this, right? Yeah, AJ. So AJ's talking about has a threat to his business and whatnot and all that fun stuff. Yeah, they must do something and they're going to take action and whatever. Okay, sure. So basically what this means, and then he kind of complains about margins and whatever. So Van Ryder is a good position regarding cash on hand, so I don't have to worry about stuff coming to the port. Basically, while it may seem like increasing prices now is confusing, no, it's not confusing. It makes sense. You understand tariffs and how they work. Basically, anything that comes into the port of entry, the person who brought that item in has, I think, 30 days or 14 days, something like that, to pay whatever the tariff fee is to receive their product, and then that cost gets passed on to the consumer, obviously, at some point, which is what they're talking about. So as such, effective immediately, we are increasing the price somewhat substantially of every product in the Final Girl line. We hope that this increase will be temporary, and we pledge to reduce our prices as the tariff of our products get reduced. By the way, if you are still selling out that's fine. We will reduce our prices accordingly. Okay. As for other products and our back catalog, most do not see frequent print runs, and we have no print runs planned in the near term for these products. As such, we will leave the prices in for now, and this is a great time to explore our back catalog and support us by purchasing other games as well. New products and releases will be priced to suit, and adjustment will be made according to the tariff at the time. Which, like, okay, I get the business plan that they're doing. Like, it makes sense. I mean, you're paying tariffs now. I get it. Totally fine. It's interesting because a lot of the Final Girl stuff should have came in already. Like the Series 3 stuff we all got, except for the minis, which is why they shouldn't have split their shipment. They should have just done it all right away, but whatever. Like I'm still waiting for my minis on there, and I'm waiting for it to be hung up and like cause an issue and whatnot. Okay. First off, just complete side note for a second. Tariffs have been on China for quite some time now. I think since the first Trump administration, he has threatened to raise tariffs the entire time he was running for president. When he became president, he said he was going to do this, and no one in the board game industry thought of like, maybe we should be ready or plan. But I digress. Besides pricing, we continue to navigate how to proceed and how to proceed and strategies to implement beyond just pricing. While it may not be evident to many of you, manufacturing in the US is not an option for us to produce games at the quality you have all come to appreciate and expect. I'm going to call BS on this statement. I'm going to call BS on this statement. Okay, maybe not in the US, right? Maybe really it has nothing to do with quality. All right, the biggest complaint of this game that's currently on the table of Final Girl is the quality, because it's not good. Like, it's not great quality. The cards, I've had to sleeve my cards because the backs of the stuff like wear away over time. Like, it's not great, right? The molds, like all my plastic minis are bent. The meeples are flaking. The dice are super big. Like, this is not a quality game, but it's not what I want the game for. I don't want it for quality. I want it because it's a really good game, and it's a really well-designed game, and it's a really fun game, right? So I call BS on that. There's other places you can do it. So the notion of doing so is not one we are against, but the infrastructure simply is not there. Printing stuff exists in the US. It exists in other countries, Vietnam, South Korea, or maybe not South Korea, but at least Vietnam. There's other countries that exist where you can do it as well. We are a creative team of driven, and we will be evaluating all sorts of ideas to ensure that not only stay alive but thrive. Lastly, the situation is highly volatile and continues to change by the moment. It changed after they wrote this. We will contribute to or continue to adjust and make changes accordingly. We apologize in advance, and particularly to our retailers and distributors, and sympathize with your situation, difficulties you face, blah 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 blah, whatever. The other thing that's kind of annoying with this is that, call a spade, it's because you have insane margins. Like, I'm just gonna tell you what they won't tell you. Van Ryder Games must have insane margins on their games because, again, the quality's not there. China is dirt cheap, right? And they sell these boxes for a lot of money. Not BS. I've heard from other game publishers that you can't do US printing at scale and cost. Okay, I'm not saying you have to do it US printing. I'm saying anywhere else in the world. There are other board game companies that do print at scale outside the United States. Or hey, Earthborn, Rangers, whatever they're called. They don't do it in the United States. There's several publishers that don't do it in the United States. There's actually a lot of German manufacturing that doesn't do it in the United States. It can absolutely be done. It's just dirt cheap with slave labor in China. Not saying they're using slave labor, just dirt cheap with labor out there. China has a very specific set of skills. Yeah, being really cheap in terrible working conditions. For CMON Games uses a printer within the United States for the majority of their cards. Actually, or United States or Europe. I don't know which printer they use. In the board game China factories, you can see them online. Yeah, okay. So I've been to China. And I will tell you, there is a lot of companies that say they don't use slave labor. And do they use labor in the not safest working conditions, and they must show up to work, and it's not exactly safe, and if they don't show up to work, they're fired? I guess that's just the labor laws out there. There's also really seedy ways to get around this stuff too. I'm not saying that Van Ryder should do this by any means, but we had the same thing. How much money you spend on the American made game then? A lot more. Price it out. If you're asking me a serious question of would I rather support America versus people in China, and again, I've been to factories in China. I see how they have lived. It's not great. It's not a great place. So, which would I support? I'll support the American worker. What was I saying with that? Oh God! Well, I hit a button. Hold on, wait. I gotta go back up to the top. I'll get back to the bottom in a second. Give me a second. You may already be thinking of doing a tier list of them soon. I do want to do a tier list soon. I heard Twitter was filled with scum and or villainy. Just social media is. Van Ryder is in what I call quality components. I hope Monday Marvel Marbles is going to be a thing. I think it will. All games should be made in Germany. I don't know about all the games, but I think they should be made in several countries. Okay, so now I finally caught up to you all. All right, on Labor in China, are you thematic or character built Lorcana decker? In Lorcana, I don't really have a strategy. I kind of just go with the flow and hope for much. How are you going to do that though? The cost will skyrocket. Yeah, cost will go up. Again, I if you're asking me that, would I rather have a really cheap item where it puts people in danger and pays them a really poor wage, or would I rather pay more and support people for a better wage? I don't think there's much discussion around that for me personally. Capacity is a big factor as well. Yeah, I get that. Donald Duck family deck, Mickey Minnie Mouse deck, 101 Dalmatians, blah, blah, yeah. Talk about how you run for president. Dear God, no, I never want to do that. Dear God, no. Look behind you and price your current collection. Just picked up some Chinese sesame chicken fried rice for the win. Games would be $500 for the current $50 item. Think so? You don't think we would just get creative with things and be able to do things at scale? Board games, James. So here's the thing. We're discussing two separate things right now. We're discussing two very separate things right now. You're making the argument for cheap product in a lot of it, and that's fine. That's a fine argument. What I'm arguing for is not supporting that practice of people living off of pennies a day. We're just discussing two different things. That's it. We wouldn't have to put games on the boat. What you're arguing is propaganda, though? Please tell me more about propaganda. Please. It's simply not true. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. Let me know when you've gone to these countries. Okay, when you personally have gone to these countries and seen these factories. Let me know that. Printer in the US who does print on demand, who can print any card game at a competitive price and wouldn't be in or he wouldn't be in business. Glass Dice, I agree with you. There are currently companies printing large amounts in the United States. The problem is I don't have exact numbers of how large the amounts are. Chinese talent and skills not developed here. Insert give Michael Jackson. Nah, that's fine. Pro-China business guy saying propaganda. It's always interesting. There are numerous publishers who have visited their factories. Yes, China has problems, but the board game factories are pretty good. Okay, so you haven't been there. Okay, just double checking. Just double checking. Good talk. All right, so that was it really with the SWU stuff and the Lorcana stuff. I don't know. I don't really worry about ban cards because I know a lot of people play the games at like competitive level. I don't. Right? It's not for me. I don't play my competitive level. So doesn't really matter. Very best environment for work. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. It's funny too because so again, different industry for a second. Different industry. I'm friends with the people who run manufacturing plants, and they get great press from the American side of things, and then you go there and you're like, oh, okay. But all the Americans back in the States, when I go to trade shows, they're like, no, I visited his factory. It's a good one. It's a good factory. It's a good factory. Trust me, it's a good factory. Okay. It's a complex issue for sure. In the end, I think we'll be buying less overproduced games, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I've been saying for a long time on this channel, that I think we're going to slowly see miniatures go away because it doesn't make sense to ship and produce miniatures. Like it just so many, like I know there are a lot of people who don't have access to a 3D printer. I don't have access to a 3D printer. I get it. But I feel like that's going to be like the future is when they like give you whatever the file is, the STL file or whatever it is, and like they sell it to you, not give it to you, sell it to you, and then you print your own minis and stuff like that. So How do you see an industry surviving? You adapt and change, just like every other industry in the history of humanity has done. There are other places in which you can make board games. There is more places, and you figure it out and you invest in those things. I think the trust and crowdfunding being as low as it is, the ridiculous delays and now tariffs will definitely have a negative impact. Yeah, probably. How does a publisher with a boat currently in the water adapt? Well, first, they already collected their... Okay. So we went through this once during the pandemic, right? You take a bit off your margins, you negotiate, you talk to your backers, you figure out what you could do. Usually what they do is when they give retail pledges, they give a big discount to it. And they say, hey, we can't give you the margins that we were going to give you before, et cetera, et cetera. Like there's things like, it's not done. Like there's things you can do. And yeah, you take a hit. Really, we should have learned our lesson from the pandemic. We should have learned our lesson when we had all this stuff in the... What do you think the margins are? If they follow Jamie Stegmaier's advice, which he highly recommends to every single person, if it's a $20 board game, you sell it for $60. So I use roughly Jamie's method. Now, does every single board game publisher use that method? Absolutely not. But I'm not going to pretend it's like 10%, or they wouldn't be in business. Just like Death Stranding, we have all the Chiral printers. Okay. Somebody hasn't played Death Stranding. Can you please explain? Candle makers pivoted when the light bulb was invented. Yep. Chiral printers. Okay, so what's a chiral printer? Let's say you know nothing about it. Are the ultimate 3D printers that can make everything, including cars. So it's like massive. Last one I saw was 8-1. Yeah. From my very limited insider knowledge, 4 to 5-1 is like, generally speaking, what it is. Obviously, some go more, some go less. It's been Cairo, but I'm sure there's a 5-hour YouTube video about it. Just like pass it off. I love Death Stranding. It's the only game that had me so engrossed. I was contemplating just paying the late pickup fee at my son's daycare to finish a scene. That's crazy. I remember that game came out and people had such high hopes for it because I'm a big Hideo Kojima fan as well. I love his work. And people had all these expectations of like what it would be. And I guess like it was a walking simulator or whatever. I don't know enough about it, but that's just what you hear. But like people didn't loved it still. Like it still did great. You can watch the scene with your son. I think I actually own it. I think it was like one of those things on Steam. It was like, $3 eventually or whatever. And I picked it up then. It's a love-hate thing for sure, because I realized you had to hold the triggers to bounce when you fall and drop packages. I heard somebody like basically pushed to not have the package, like from my understanding, like the balancing thing, right? That people were saying like you should not play with them like held, that you should like only push them when you need them and it makes the game better or something. I don't know. I watched a whole video on it in the background. I didn't actively watch it. I was doing like real work. But it was one of those things like in the background. Director's Cut is like $20 on sale. They're doing a second one, right? I think I saw that. I'm just waiting for more Solid Snake. That's all I want. I just work hard to build road everywhere and drove vans up mountains. Nice. Already pre-ordered. Nice. So it'll be it's been a long time. It'll be interesting to see with Final Girl too. More so with Series 4, because right they were going to do it two different ways. They were going to do it release as it goes, and also a Kickstarter to like group package it. And I wonder if they adjust that now and see if they do it one way versus the other. Because if you do it small shipments at a time, you're taking less of a hit at a time, right? Like the amount you pay is probably the same overall, right? 104 on today's product, the same as 104 on tomorrow's product, I guess, theoretically. But it'll be interesting to see, like, no, they'd rather take the small hits at a time or just like one massive dump, you know? It'll be interesting to see if they keep both. I mean, because again, it's the same exact price, but Kojima was done with Snake by Metal Gear Solid 2, so I'm sure he was glad to escape everything. Past MCU was done with a gun to his head by Konami. The only thing with Kojima, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Kojima, is that he made oh my god, who was the voice of Snake? David Hayter. Took me a second. They made David Hayter re-audition for the role of Snake. I think for Metal Gear Solid 3, 4, and then for 5 he didn't get it. Which I still hold a grudge against Kojima for that. Like, to this day in my soul, I hold a grudge against Kojima. Because he always wanted to work with movie stars. Like, if you follow him on Instagram, like, all he does is, like, movie star stuff, and that's it. It's crazy. Phantom Rider specifically charges way too much already for Final Girl, in my opinion. The components don't justify the price. It just doesn't. Gladys, I speak to the choir, brother. I 100% agree. Hostage Negotiator is the same. Again, I love the games. I love them. But the margins have to be crazy on them. If not, they need to find a better printer. Because they can get this same exact quality. The magnet boxes are a little fancier, but it's just magnets and cardboard. Other games have done that too. They need to find a cheaper printer then, if their margins aren't insane. God willing, their margins are insane. I don't like that. He was dead set on Kurt Russell for the original Snake. Yeah. If you know the lore, David Hayter did voice Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 5. Wait, what? In what capacity did he? I thought David Hayter was all upset and like pissed because he didn't. Did you beat Metal Gear Solid 5? Yeah, but like a long time ago. Yeah, he tried to get him to do, and he just said no because he knows the lines were the same from his movies. The original FG1 box didn't even have sleeve cards without bending the corners. Love the game too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy I didn't get the very first print run. Like, I think, like, I'm happy it shot off of them. Like, it's all good. Sorry, just checking something. But I heard that there's a lot of like small quality of life issues in the first one. Is the fake Big Boss familiar with something? Yes. Oh, you're right. Okay. Yeah, now it's all slowly coming back together. I always forget, because didn't Metal Gear Solid 5 have this weird thing where like it had like a fake ending in the middle? Like you beat the story and you thought you were kind of done and then it kept going. I think it's been a while. Thinking Ashes for their print to play strategy. I'm stoked to play even more because of that. Dude. Print Ashes. Now again, the quality of Ashes as far as print color goes is going to be a little bit different with their print to play stuff. But they're doing it in the States and they're doing it in Europe with an American/European company. And the price ain't bad. Ain't bad. I think it's also the same company that uses CMON, or CMON uses them as well. My first memory of Metal Gear Solid was watching my cousin play the first game. He was in the middle of the Ocelot fight. Classic. I remember when Metal Gear Solid 1 came out. And my buddy was like, you have to play this game. Like, all I played, I had the PS1 because of Final Fantasy 7, right? I really wanted to play Final Fantasy 7 because it was like what everyone talked about. So I saved my money. My buddy's like, you have to play this one specifically. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I remember playing through the beginning of it and just being like, what is, like after you get into like Donald Anderson, Donald Arnoldson? Anderson? The guy after you drop through the vent, right? One of the first guys. And like that whole scene happens. And I was like, okay, wild. And then you kind of meet Meryl and whatnot, and you're like, okay, that's fine. And as you go along and whatever, then it just gets like more and more off the rails. And I remember the first time, like, you collect the card keys, right? And you realize what they actually do. The DARPA chief, yes. And you go through all that, and you're just like, all the signs were there. Like, all the signs were there that what was going on with the keys, with the DARPA chief, with everything. And you're like, oh my God. And like the second I finished it, I hit new game and I played through it again with the knowledge. And it was such a cool feeling, like, of being like, oh my God, like that was the hint for that. That was the hint for that. That was the hint. Like, I miss that about a lot of video games. I feel like that doesn't really exist anymore, which is really sad. Final Girl could use the chip theory treatment for sure. Just, heck, just figure out what Jamie Stegmaier uses, right? Because his stuff is quality, right? It's quality. And again, he openly says, like, if Wingspan costs $60, it's because it was $20 to make. So if Final Girl is much smaller, much fewer cards, it's got to be like a $5 game to make. Like, you could sell it for $25, $30. Fake near ending. Okay. Adds value to the game. Actually feels the character in your hand I can live with or without. I knew enough from Metal Gear Survive to immediately know that Venom Snake was fake Big Boss. The fake lore ending. Okay. I remember playing through Metal Gear Solid 5 and not loving it. Like, it was during that time when like everything was open world. I mean, everything still really is. And I went through a large phase of just like hating that style of game, you know. Jamie works on volume. Most companies wish they could do, though. Yeah. But he's been doing this for a long time when he wasn't as big as he was. I think he's talked about in blog posts. His first couple releases after he stopped doing the Kickstarter thing, which I think Scythe was the last one. His volume was probably not that much different than established companies, you know. And obviously Wingspan changed everything. I mean, that just, now it's just a different game, right? It's just different life. Just run missions however you want. Whenever we get burned out, we just bring it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like corridor gaming, I guess. Like, I know like people like took a dump on Final Fantasy 13 because it's like very like linear for the most part before it opens up. Like, I'm okay with that. I don't need to explore this vast giant world. Like, we have so many games like that now that it doesn't make me feel more immersed in things. It's just like, okay, what do I do? And maybe it's because my life is so much different where it's just like, I need to do other things in my life and I can't like just roam around for 10 hours. The best boss, the one and only. Yep. Everything changed when the Wingspan Nation attacked. Dude, that game just, it's crazy. Open has to be done right and many do it wrong. Yeah. Like, I feel like they just make a giant world and the content's like this. I don't feel like playing Finspan. You cannot pay me to play Finspan. Like, it's never going to happen. Wormspan, the only reason we got is because Novels wanted it. And we'll try it. Also, welcome, Drew. Sorry, I didn't say that. We'll try it. Because, you know, dragons are cool. But, like, Finspans are, like, milk that cow, Jamie. Like, I'm not even faulting the dude, right? Milk that cash cow. I would do it too. I just need to feel a sense of progression due to limited gaming time. Same. Some open worlds can't make that happen due to artificial extensions, like too many collectibles. Yeah. I'm a Wormspan enjoyer. I'm excited to play it. I'm hoping maybe we can play it Friday. Oh, wasn't I? We're thinking about also playing Summoner Wars. Wormspan is cool, but where's Wormspan? You never played the sequel when you're just like a little worm in the ground? I don't call it Worm or whatever you're supposed to call it. Sounds weird. I found all 400 pie codes. You know what I got back into? I've recently been getting back into the Devil May Cry games. So I've been playing them more. Bayonetta. Like, there's action type of games where it's just like, It's very straightforward. You just do the thing. A mission takes less than like 20 minutes. I can play for less than 20 minutes, go back to work and do something. During my lunch break, eat lunch really fast, play for like 20 minutes, get like a mission done. Like, I have found a lot of enjoyment in that recently. And don't get me wrong, I love JRPGs. It's my favorite thing in the world. But yeah, I just don't have time. Just don't have time for it. Just busy, especially with content creation. This is one thing they never warn you of content creation. I don't know who they are. I don't know who would have told me this. But it's one of those things that, like, I love being here, right? I love doing all this. I love making videos. It's all fun. And it's just one of those weird things where it takes a lot of time. And like, if you're not progressing it, it just feels like you're falling behind. I own Dragonspan because I don't have Birdspan. Elder Scrolls, in my opinion, is a good open world because you drop in wherever and whatever hour you're in and find a quest almost instantly and find something new on the map. Think we'll ever get Elder Scrolls 6? They is Nelson? Nelson didn't know. Nelson was still young when I started doing it. Been playing Monster Hunter Wilds recently. Is that the new one? Do you like it? And everyone's complaining about the game being too easy. And I'm like, I just don't have time to grind for hours a night to kill one monster anymore. I heard there was there's issues with, I don't know if it was saving and loading or performance issues. Elder Scrolls 6, not in my lifetime. You didn't warn me about content creation before I started. Now you're they. Now I am they. I am the monster that I would warn other people about. It is now me. It's a weird feeling. Like, it's okay. So this is one of my hangups right now with content creation. I know you all don't really care, but you're gonna get the treatment. Is that, wow? We've almost been talking for 45 minutes. When you start talking about tariffs, things just fly by. So the Monster Hunter. Oh, content creation. So one of the things is, like, I try to come up with a video every single day, right? I don't know why. Just something I did 2 years ago. And now it's gotten to the point where it's just like, it's exhausting to try to keep up with that pace. It's like, do I really want to, like, do that or not? Right? Like, do I really want to keep that going? Because sometimes it feels like I'm forcing it. And then, like, other times, like, I'm staying up late to, like, edit or record a video. And it's like, I don't know anymore. I just want to, like, create when I can, you know, do things when I can. So, but then because of who I am, I see views go down, hours watched go down, money go down, and it's just like, I should probably come up with a video. I started Monster Hunter, but didn't quite get into it right away. Moved on to Metroid Prime Remaster now. How do you like it? There are performance issues, but it's a lot better now after the first title update. Okay, that's good. I have a decent PC, so I feel like I can handle it. I'm more worried about Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta or whatever they're calling the remaster. Like, its performance specs are my PC. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. Skyrim has been modded to 4K 60 DPS now with Sky Oblivion coming soon. That's wild. The modding community is just wild what they can do. Daring Lime, how's it going, man? I should be putting in more hours into Rivals, but I've been grinding in Let's Go Pikachu, training up a Hitmonchan, and it's satisfying to see him give everyone liver shots. Speaking of content, yeah, so Daring Lime has an important announcement tomorrow morning on his channel. I'll put it in my community tab as well. I know people thought it was an April Fool's joke, but Daring Lime and I did record a video together, and it's probably a top 5 video of my life. So you should all go watch it. It's phenomenal. And then whenever we get around to recording the next one, it'll be on my channel, vice versa. But it's really good video, so get hyped for it. It's gonna blow everyone's minds. I like the polls and crowdsourcing idea. Pretty cool. Seeing an analytics spike feels good. Seeing the drops, not so much for sure. Stick with it. You're doing great for a niche you're in. Yeah, I worry that I am topping out my niche. Like, I have to. Okay, so Marvel Champions, to be frank of what I think you can hit as like a height of like revenue and stuff, I do think Nelson and I are like bumping up against that ceiling for what it is. So it has to be expanded outward. So how do you expand outward to get more verticals? You do other games, right? He's doing Final Girl. I'm doing Final Girl. I'm doing more Ashes stuff, yada, 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 so on and so forth. are those audiences as big? Not really, but now I have to also like rebuild those audience markers, which isn't a bad thing. It's just like a time consuming thing. And it's just like, oh, to go through it. Very excited to give it a shot. I didn't see his deck. I have to see it now. See how good it is. So yeah, not that I know it sounds like I'm complaining right now. I'm not complaining. It's just the reality of the situation. And it's just like, okay, we'll just work through the process and get through it and yada yada. But it's tiring. I'm actually excited for Ashes. Like I said, we're gonna do a lot of focus on Ashes in the future. Just because I love the game. I don't even know how big the content market is for Ashes. I know there's some content creators that do Ashes stuff. But I just love it. Just a fun game, right? Just super enjoyable. So I'm excited to continue that. It's not complaining. It's sharing all that again. I think you're doing great. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, Gladys Dice. I felt bad. You popped up on my feed, and I was like watching it because I was like, oh, okay. Like your setup was really nice. I forgot what game you were playing. It was something with little creatures, and it looked like the board to actually a Stegmeyer game of his wine one, Viticulture, but it wasn't. I forgot what it is, but I started watching in the background, and then I realized I wasn't subscribed to you, so I apologize. So I finally did. I pulled up my 401k last year to pay off a house. No, I have so many questions right now. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Please, for the love of God, be 59.5. To pay off your house, I assume? Hopefully? Not just like some random house or a second house? Should be for Friday when novels can crunch numbers. So I do all the retirement stuff for novels. And I do all the retirement planning. It's like my third biggest hobby. Play any PS2, 3, then call it a day. I live on PS1, still have all of them. Castlevania. So, okay. Speaking of which, Tiger, PS1 games, I still have Final Fantasy 7. I still have a Metal Gear Solid. I still have Chrono Trigger. Or was it Cross? It might have been Cross. I can't remember if it was not the remaster, but the re-release of Trigger. But I don't know if they did one. Okay. All right, to buy a house so I could be completely debt-free. Okay. Okay, it still hurts my soul that you took out from your 401k. Okay, just know that here it hurts a lot right now. I get it though. We're working on paying off our house. We should be able to finish our mortgage by next year. Roth is better. Yes and no. So if you're getting a 401k through a company match and you're getting a match on a company, that's pretty solid, right? Limits though, yeah, but there's limits on 401k too. You can only put in so much in 401k. Roth is nice, obviously, because it's pre-taxed, right? So that's always great. So when you do pull, you're not paying tax dollars on it versus the 401k, you're paying tax dollars and you have to factor all that in. So I mean, not that I'm putting down the Roth, but yeah. 5K a year for Roth? No, you could do more. You could do like 7K. Up to 7,500. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you could do more. And I think when you hit a certain age, you could do the catch up or whatever. Or maybe that's only a 401k thing. That I'm actually not sure about. So for us, like financial talk with D20, and if Novels is listening, she can run up here and join if she really wants to, because sometimes she listens to this stuff. But there's income limit where you can't use a Roth if you make over. Luckily, I'm poor, so I don't have to worry about that. All my investments are in board games. Is there really a limit, though? No, that can't be true. Doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand how that would work. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So single filers have. You're right. A modified adjusted gross income of less than $150,000 to contribute the full amount, or 8,000, because it is 8,000 once you hit 50 years old. Married joint couple is $236,000 for a full contribution. So you can still do a certain amount, but yeah, married is 224. Yeah. Luckily, we're not that rich, so I don't have to worry about that. But benefits of being poor? Question mark. So we have Novel's 401k, we have my 401k, and then we have a joint Roth IRA. So we do all three buckets. And our planning for us is basically Novels has been putting a lot more money into her 401k, and her company gives a better match. Mine doesn't match, and I've not been putting in as long. I mean, I've been putting almost as long. And then the Roth is newer. So the idea is when you finally do retire, you live off of savings as much as you can. Pull from the Roth probably first, because that'll probably be the smallest account, and mine. Then hopefully never have to pull from Novels. And that's our rough financial plan. We'll see how it goes. And I'm not counting on Social Security whatsoever. I mean, I think I'll get Social Security. I think we both will get Social Security. I think it'll have to be a reduced rate because our country can't afford it. But that's a whole nother discussion. But yeah, the running joke is just that they'll be insolvent and they can't distribute it at all because it just won't exist. I don't think it'll ever get that bad in my lifetime, maybe my son's lifetime, but I think we'll have to take reduced rates. So I'm just counting $0 for it, so that if I even get Chris 20 a month, I'm making money. But anyway, so we're almost done paying off our house. So yeah, at the 10-year mark, we should be able to pay off our house, which I'm excited for. And then I feel you. Then we'll be debt free as well. Denise has opted out on some paychecks that she got a ton of overtime on, but then she was pretty bummed that she has to pay it all back this year for tax season. Well, the government needs its fair share. I'm very anti-tax. I'm a libertarian. I just hate big government. Married is like 224. Yeah, Obamacare benefit of being poor. It's the main reason I got the custodial job here at the university. First time in my work life where I'm not worried about retirement. Nice. Hey, Kyle. Thanks for the follow. Yeah. I was talking to a colleague, and their husband is retired, and their pension is tied into the stock market, which I thought was interesting. Like, I understand how they do it, but every time I've heard people getting pulled from pensions, like the settled amount was already done and it's not currently tied to stock. It was a very weird way of doing a pension, but whatever. So of course, like, as our stocks have been tanking in the United States, except for today, bounced back a bit, but as they were tanking, whatever, like, she called me like freaking out, and she's like, what's going on? Is it going to come back? Are we entering a recession and whatnot? I'm like, it's all right. It'll be all right. Just try not to pull any money out right now. And that's now my mom is working on retirement. There will also be another recession. I mean, there will always be another recession. We just had a mini one not that long ago, though. I think we have a couple years before another one. Personally, if I was a betting man. I'm a boomer. After 10 p.m., I better be on a date with Anne Margaret because I'm in bed. Dude, it's rough. It's rough staying up past 10. It is. I have no plans for retiring. I spend too much money. I am one of those people that every job I've ever worked, I've hated. And I think I finally figured out why, is because I hate working for the man, right? Because have you ever watched Office Space? As I've gotten older, I've connected more and more with that movie, because the whole idea of just like, why should I work harder at my job to make somebody else more money when it does not benefit me? And like, maybe it's because that's why it works for us. Like, it's one of those things where, like, if I worked for myself, it's obviously different. If I worked for a small business that did like profit sharing, okay, like, yeah, I'm all for it. Sounds like somebody has a case of the Mondays. Would anyone ever tell you that? No. But I've always worked in like larger corporations, which I think is a part of the problem. I should not be allowed to work in larger corporations. I'm just not built for it. Again, I work at a corporation that has 3 CEOs. You thought one CEO at a company was bad, which, no, it's important. I'm not anti-CEO. I don't really care that they make a lot of money. It doesn't really bother me. But we have 3 that make a lot of money. So, and they are running a media company and do not know how to run a media company. And media is not very difficult to do right now. It's, if we weren't about to pay off a house and plan a few trips, I would be like, I need to go out my own, because I can take down my own company in my little niche. Not like the whole company. Obviously, they have like 30 brands and whatever. But my little niche magazine, I can take it down. There's no doubt in my mind because my overhead's so low. But it's one of those frustrating things that just like they want more and more and more and more and more from you. And I'm just like, why, bro? Why? There's no benefit to. I was working for the man so I can slack off and not risk losing my livelihood. Cog in the wheel for me. I have a lot of entrepreneur family and they put a lot in. Yeah, I get that. But I think there's something to that where I think I would enjoy that. And maybe that's a later in life thing. Like I do like a fake retirement. Like, have you ever heard like people like retiring, but they're not actually retiring because they're starting like a second career or whatever? I feel like that's going to be me. I'm just saying. I can go work at Costco. You know how nice it would be to just go into a Costco that actually makes more money than I do in my corporate job. And you go in, you do your time, you do your job, you leave. There's no worries. There's no anything else. You just got to show up. Just got to show up, do your job, not be drunk. Easy enough. Play or watch a lore video of Cruelty Squad. You'll hate CEOs more. So the thing is, like, people are super against CEOs making a ton of money. And I'm very different than people on that in a certain sense. Like, if you're Jeff Bezos, who invented Amazon, I think you kind of deserve all the money you got. Right? Like, you create a product that everyone uses insane amounts. Like, I'm not going to blame you. If you're talking about whoever the new CEO of United Airlines is, where he gets like laid off at every single other airlines company, they just keep passing around all their CEOs. Okay, I can almost get it. Just turn into J. Jonah Jameson and start yelling at random people to get you more pictures of Spider-Man. That'd be hilarious. If I could make that into a career, not be drunk, asking too much at Costco. When I was a younger man, and I worked at Home Depot, all they asked us to do was not be drunk at Home Depot. That's all they wanted. They're like, just don't show up drunk. And I was like, okay, easy enough. Turns out I was one of the few people that was easy for. And I was a star employee. Not because I was good at my job, because I showed up on time and I showed up sober. Like it was a low bar, man. It was a low bar. They right away, they were like, hey, do you want to drive a forklift? And I was like, I have no idea how to. They're like, we'll train you. They put me on that. And they're like, do you want to learn how to drive the picker? And I was like, I don't ever need to use that. They're like, yeah, but we might need you somewhere else because nobody else can drive it. It's crazy. Everyone showed up high. They did that too. It was wild times, dude. It was fun. And it's funny too. So I used to work at a newspaper in the sports section. I've told people this before in chat, where I always wanted the life of Ray Romano, right? If Everybody Loves Raymond, is that I wanted to work in the sports page. I thought that'd be fun. I thought that'd be cool. And that was my dream. And then you actually get into it and you realize how miserable it is being a sports reporter. But there was a lot of drinking in that job. Not by me, but by my coworkers. They just openly. They just sat there with bottles of whiskey on their desk, just drinking. I mean, what else are you going to do when you just wait for high school sports scores to come in? You should see how they create, how concrete crews behave. No one says anything to them either, because if they leave, they may not be back for 6 months. I believe it. So I think I've mentioned what industry I'm in. So I'm in the stone countertop industry. So it's a very niche industry. There's a lot of money to be made actually in this industry. It's quite fascinating. But they're always looking for workers. And it's one of those things where like these business owners who I'm friends with will discuss how they can't fire these guys who are late, hungover, maybe still drunk, right? They can't fire them because they can't find any workers. And then they demand more and more money. So they just have to pay them more. It's a crazy thing because nobody wants to do this job. For mica, no, like granite and marble and quartz and quartzites. Driving a forklift is pretty fun. Worked at Walmart for a summer. Organized, rearranged the garden section in the parking lot. Got praised for doing more in 2 hours than the other guy did in his shift. Yeah. Forklift is fun. I used to do it at my dad's job when I was a little kid. He taught me how to do it. So I picked up on it like pretty fast. But yeah, it's a really fun thing. And like the other guys were really bad at judging the height of the blades. I don't know how. You just go slow until like you get kind of close, right? And you just like, but they were really bad at it. So like if there was concrete on like a top shelf, they would just like pierce the bags. And I was just like, oh my god, how are people this bad at this? Deralock said the only thing holding back profits is the hands to install it. Or Decralock. I beat Shenmue, so I'm pretty well versed in forklift operations. Yeah. That's great times. It's good times. And then I was like, let me get a job with more responsibility. Shenmue is coded. Ugh. All right. Let me slowly finish getting this set up because we have a lot to get to on this table. So we are doing the not Stranger Things. Really quick. I know nothing about Stranger Things. Like pretty much nothing about Stranger Things. So I can't make any fun references to the game. But we had the Slayer, which I don't know what that's supposed to be. And we have Falconwood. No idea what that's supposed to be. So for special set for Falconwood, set aside survive the hunt terror. Okay, we did that. So we have to randomly select a mission and follow the set instructions on that. I wish they made this something better than just paper. The margins are there. Sorry. It's a young man, don't get yourself down. I said yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3 is save your father. Fasha. Now, high quality components. Digital components: 9 mission tokens, 6 with key symbols. Okay, so I don't understand this whole key thing, but we're gonna figure it out, chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're supposed to have some that are blank. Yeah, 1, 2. Oh wait, that's blank on both sides. Okay, that's just a blank token. I don't know what I was doing with that. Okay, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What? What, Alex? All right. Adopt father friend or adoptive father card. Oh, father friend. Adoptive father. Okay. Setup. Place the adoptive friend card near the play area. Okay. Let's put it down there. Separate the 3 blank tokens and place them face down in the play area, or place them in a bag or opaque cup. Okay. I feel like there's like 3 very different things of what to do, but okay, sure. For remaining mission tokens, place 2 on each space. Okay, so wait. Separate the 3 blank ones and place them face down in the play area. I don't know why they would need to be in a cup, but okay, whatever. All right, so place 2 face down in each of the following spaces. Government lab. Oops, let's move this. Government lab. This one is shopping mall. Okay. And then best friend's house. Oh, up here. Okay. For this mission, you'll be using the key symbol on the mission token. Okay, cool. Go down to the YMCA. Gold member. Plus pick on it. Alright, so rules. When you end movement spaces with mission tokens, you may discard a search action card to place both tokens face down the play area. Shuffle them with the other mission tokens there. This is the mission token poll. Once per action phase, you may help your father escape by performing the following steps at the police station. Where's that? Oh, that's in the middle. Okay. Spend 1 time to reveal 1 token for your mission token and place it in front of you. If you have revealed a second blank token or have run out of time to spend, you must stop. Otherwise, you may choose to repeat starting in step 1. Okay. Reveal 2 blanks, immediately end the action. All mission tokens revealed this turn are shuffled back into there. Okay. So there are 3 key tokens on the sheet, at which point the mission is complete. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So basically trying to get tokens, shuffle them around. I think we can figure that out. That doesn't seem too complicated. All right. We'll put this over here. Okay. Whew. C'est Faja. Because we say it all the time. Yeah, I love the Austin Power movies. They are my favorite. Okay, special step. This is now for Slayer. Dimensional tracker card. We have that. That's this thing over here. Place the final girl on special. Nope, that's not the thing. What's the dimensional tracker card? Is it that one? I thought it was that. No, that is a dimensional tracker card. They're full of it. Place the final girl and special victim tokens in the R dimension half. I don't know what the special ones are, but I have the final girl one, so we'll put it up there. Okay, so we have to set up our thing first. I've recently been indulging myself in extreme horror mode. Extreme horror mode of what? Sounds terrifying. All right, so we are playing Janelle. Janelle is chilling there. Chilling there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. That's all of it, right? Yeah, that's all of it. Okay, cool. We got that. Okay, so we have to put a dimensional meeple, whatever that is, by me. Is that? Can you see that? It's gray. Add a mirror dimensional. It's the closest to the screen spot. Closest would be there. Add open rift action cards. We have that over here. You can't really see it. Okay, so there's basically 2 dimensions. We're gonna have to like figure out what we're doing still. I don't know 100% now. Let me first do the items deck, and then we'll do the event, the starting event. Two, 3, 4. Ooh, a shock stick. When I saw that there was a car with the sharks, the laser beams on the head. Yeah, sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their head. 4. Or trash can lid. Solid. All right, hold on, wait. Where's the? Does the father one put the meeple on with me? Oh, I still have to. Okay, now I have to find my adopted father. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's shuffle up the tarot cards really fast. They have in Marvel Champions done some good recently, with like kind of making jokes of things and whatever. What was the other one they did with the radioactive man in the flavor text? The Up and Atom thing relating to The Simpsons. Like, good on them for having fun with that stuff. Big fan. Highly recommend. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, then let's put that there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Search, sprint, sprint. Distraction. Oops. Forklifting was fun. I loaded beer in the trucks. Best job ever. That's awesome, dude. All right, the mirror dimension is a dark and dreary version of our dimension, and both represented on the same location board. The following rules apply. Slayer only moves in the mirror dimension unless an effect says otherwise. Victims in our dimension are represented by yellow meeples, and victims in the mirror dimension are represented by gray meeples. The dimensions you and any special victims are currently in is indicated by their token at dimension tracker card. Okay. A token on the upper half means your character is in ours, lower half the other one. Okay. Roll movement applies. However, only victims in your current dimension will follow you. Makes sense. A victim can only be saved when you are a victim and are on the green space in our dimension. Okay. Searching spaces can be done in either dimension. For simplicity, tokens on spaces and locate effects in general apply to both dimensions unless the dimension is specified. If a token or location effect targets a victim on a space and there are victims in both our dimensions as well as the mirror dimension, then the victims in our dimension are targeted first. Okay, so our dimensions first. Makes sense on top. It's easy to remember. Victims can be pulled from our dimension to the mirror dimension. When you see this symbol, it's a little like house that changes. Okay. Normal victim, you replace the meeples. That's fine. Whatever. Panic. Okay. Entering the mirror dimension. When the rifts start appearing, awaken the power within you. During the action phase. Okay, we could do that. You may open a rift in the mirror dimension in your space. How much is that card? Could 2. Okay. And then you can basically move. To attack Slayer, you must be in the same dimension to perform actions or use items that deal damage. The exception is while you're attacked, while you're in our dimension, and play a reaction card. Okay. When targeting, Slayer will target a victim in the mirror dimension or you, whichever is closer. All right, so they're going to target mirror dimensions first. So it's only killing people in the mirror direction. Okay. So wait, is he always just in the mirror direction? Dimension? I'm saying direction. That was, sorry. Alright, so in the mirror dimension, if I'm in there at the end of the phase, during the upkeep phase, I lose a life, which sounds terrible. How do I get out of the mirror dimension? Alright, so during the action phase, you may return to our dimension at any time except while in the middle of an act. Move your token to the dimension tracker card. Oh, so we could just go back. Okay. Use Final Girl sleeves or still use this is Shield King. Shield King, the cheaper ones. I use them for this and they will fit in the box when sleeved. So I like it a lot for that. I've been standard 2, expert 2, everyone on Marvel. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Okay, I think we're mostly good now. Oh, we have to do our final things. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. We'll give him this one. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just take that one. It's fine. All right, so we have to save our dad. We have to kill. Well, hopefully, we save our dad. I think that will help us. While your adaptive father is in your space, change. Start after his own action. Change a 1 die roll when resolving action cards? I don't even know what that means. I guess if I roll extra dice, it just automatically... Okay, I think I get it now. Claws next. Nice. All right, so we have that. 4. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so... I guess I'll just start saving people. So I probably want to get these tokens. And collect them, right? How much to collect them? I just gotta do throw away search card. Okay. So I need to get search cards, then throw away search cards, and then save the people. Where are save spots? So we have one here. We can grab them. He's gonna go for mirror dimension people first. So we have to figure out how that's gonna work. Okay. Well, the most important thing, as always, is you always be focusing. Never, oops, it should be up here. Always be focusing. So roll our 2 dice. 1 success. Okay, so this goes down to 3 and we lose 1 time. You know what we're going to do next? Always be focusing. Good old failures. Okay, so we lose 2 times. We're down to 3. Not great, Bob. Let's do a walk now. See if we can walk to get some stuff. Throw away 2 cards. We will do that. We'll throw away short rest and weak attack. So we get to move 1 whole space. And we lose 1 time. And we'll stop there. So we still have a walk. Let's get a sprint. And that's it for our hand. Everything else goes back. Okay. So we have all that. We reset our thing. Killer phase, resolve the killer action. So, wait. Okay, so he is going to target from our dimension to mirror dimension. When you see this symbol, he targets the closest victim in our dimension while performing the following. For a normal victim, replace the yellow with a gray meeple. If all gray meeples are on board, then the mirror dimension victim furthest in the Slayer is immediately killed. Jeez. The gray meeple is then used as a new victim pulled into the mirror dimension. Okay, so he's going to move 2 spaces. So 1, 2. Right? Because he's going to go toward the closest ones. So that's that. He's going to stab, stab, stab. Nothing to stab there. So for a normal victim, replace the yellow with a gray. Okay, we're not doing that. If all gray meeples are already on the board, we don't have to worry about that. For a special victim, we don't have to worry about that. Panic the victim if no victim was pulled into mirror dimension. Wait, do I have to do that now? Wait. I think this is actually wrong. I think that's something else. Slayer has a mental connection with you and can sense you regardless of the dimension you're in. But it can only see victims. Okay. When targeting meeple person, Slayer will target a victim in the mirror dimension or you. There we go. Okay. Note that if the Slayer is attacking on a space, I assume that's what that targeting means. If anyone knows exactly, let me know. But it feels like with this top symbol there, that's just telling me who to go after. I can't tell if it's telling me that I should be pulling victims in the mirror dimension. I feel like I should be pulling. Oh, wait. There we go. At the beginning of the killer phase, Slayer pulls the closest victim into the mirror dimension. Unfortunately, it's the best friend. Okay. So he's going to move 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. The closest victim into the mirror dimension. Oh, no, he doesn't have to target it. Okay, so he's just literally changing the closest one to a gray one. So, like, literally that just becomes gray. Okay, he doesn't have to be in the same space. He's literally just pulling them in from wherever. Okay, that makes more sense now. So, they're there. Now, for targeting purposes, he's going to move his 2 spaces, stabby, stab, stab in this space. Can't do anything. When targeting it will be the closest. Okay. I think I got that now. So stabs in space, nothing happens. Also, welcome, Cap. Hopefully you're doing well. So now our terror card is I feel something evil in this place. If there are no victims on the board, discard. There are. If there are more victims in our dimension than in the mirror dimension, oh god, we have to swap 2. So I guess we'll take 1 off of there. We don't have that many gray ones. Jeez. And we'll put 1 here. What was the topic of conversation tonight? Oh, fun things. And then this goes up by 2, which decreases this. Okay. Wow, that seems really hard. Okay. Panic. I don't think anyone panics. Wait. Do they panic? Oh, I guess they should have panicked. Actually, wait. They should have panicked when they first got pulled in. All right, I had to panic everyone really fast. That was fun. About 6 minutes of buffering and commercials. Jeez. YouTube is just not doing well recently. I'm going to panic this one. Set to 6. It's there. Actually, he shouldn't have moved down them, but whatever. Actually, I probably should have moved that over there. I might have messed up on that. Yeah, I'm going to actually take that back. He should have moved here and stabbed him and killed him. Okay. Panic him now. 2. Again, these should have been panics from before. So I apologize. Okay, 2 doesn't move. Panic him. 2 goes up here. And a 2, this guy also goes up here. Okay. Alright, so that should have been when they first got switched over, they panicked. My bad. Okay. I think we're good. Holy cow. So now it's our turn. I guess I'll walk. Because I gotta go free some people. We can't throw away 2 cards, but success moves us 1 space, lose 1 time. Okay. And then we'll try sprinting. Okay. So we can move a space with those 2. We take a damage. We lose 2 times, so we're down to 3, and that's the end of our turn. Cool. All right, we get all of our free cards back. Now for 3 costs, let's spend 2 on Open a Rift and 1 on Close Call. Let's see how that goes. Ugh. Bro, I feel like this is really hard. All right, so now, it's Killer's turn. He's going to put somebody in the dimension. I need to start like saving people or something. All right, they're going to panic to 5 because they're in a new dimension. They're freaking out. He's going to move. 1, 2. Stab, stab, stab. Kills. Bloodlust track goes up. He heals 1, but he's already at max life. I don't know if they panic because they're in different dimensions. During the panic phase, do not panic victims in our dimension unless interdimensional... Oh, wait. He kills somebody in his own dimension, not our dimension. That's right. Okay. Alright, so that was stab, stab, stab. Bloodlust went up. That's fine. Terror card. Bro, I feel like this snare is hard. It's gotta be an easy card. It's after me. So he can move 3. 1, 2. Oh, wait, he can't go that way. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Now he can attack us. Okay. Take the 2 hits, I guess. Ouch. Population, ouch, bro. Then 1 horror. And then we have to panic, right? So he's going to panic everyone in my space because he killed someone this round. So first is 2. Oh, wait. Oh, this is good. He panicked the right direction. He panicked over there, which is good. Okay. And my other dude, be another 2. A 6. You're going to panic the wrong way. Okay. And then I did that. Holy cow. Oh. All right. First thing I got to do is I got to walk away. Well, let's focus, right? Always be focusing. Oh, shoot. I need to return these ones. All right. Always be focusing. Let's get rid of a weak attack and a close call. So we can reduce this by 1 and we lose 1 time. All right. Let's focus again. Oh my God, we can't be doing that. We just fail it. So we lost by 2. Let's walk away from the situation. Dude, we're rolling so poorly tonight. I'm going to move one space. I can't throw away these cards. I'm going to take one hit. And I lose 2 times. So I have 1 left. So we'll end our turn. We'll buy that one. Chat, we're about to lose this right away. Like, this scenario seems so hard. All right, so they're going to go here. He panics at 4, which is up there. Now he is going to go attack, stab, stab, stab. This increases. So now he gets his dark power. During the upkeep phase, all victims in the mirror dimension move 1 space toward the Slayer. Okay, why wouldn't they? Okay, and then we get a bad card, which is people are disappearing. So we do another one of these. He panics because he's like, why am I in this space? This freaks me out, man. It's a 3. Okay, he stays where he is. So that's good. He is now going to target whomever. I guess he targets me? Victim dimension. All right, so they're going to target me, which means he stabs me. Okay. This is my last thing, and I'm dead. What? That felt so incredibly hard. Holy cow. That was what, 3 turns? And I get decimated? I'm not even 100% sure like what you're supposed to do differently. What are the rest of these cards like? Ronin isn't that efficient? I know, right? I mean, like, this one? Are you kidding me? He would have done 3 damage and 3 damage to me? That's insane. So basically, okay. The strategy is to run away. Like, you can't be anywhere near him. Anywhere near him just leads to death. Like, I just, you can't. So I guess I should be prioritizing running away and looking for people. But terrified. I just, oh my god. Like, this whole side thing I gotta do for the father thing seems kind of crazy. Like, I can't imagine even attempting this when this guy's just running around trying to murder me. Holy cow. We lost in like 20 minutes. All right, let's set it up one more time. All right, so Kat, what was the topic of conversation tonight? It was tariffs. We were talking about the board game industry and how companies should move out of China. It did not go over well with some people. Okay, so let's shuffle this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bro, I can't believe we got smacked around that bad. I know I'm not great at the game, but still. Did he have extra life? No, he would have been dead too. All right, we'll keep the dad thing, because I don't know. Why not, right? Thematically, the bad guy, he shouldn't be, but like anytime he targets this, he will target the victim in the mirror dimension or you, whichever is closer. So it's like, I feel like it should have been set up that he attacks everyone else first, but it's not. So here we are. All right. So what was set up? Killer goes back up here. We're down here. Oops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We're missing 2. We had one that started here for whatever reason. I don't remember why. This goes down. All right, we're going to give it one more try. Oops. Let's see how this goes. We did these already. Oh, we didn't even do a starting event. Maybe that's why we lost. Lose 2 time when going across a bridge. Okay. So we totally messed up on that. All right. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why did we have one of these in here to begin with? Is that how the setup starts? Yeah, in your space. Okay. Okay. Too bad they didn't have the monster where it mind controls half the town, makes them eat fertilizer, then goes to the monster, then melt flesh and mist. All right. So, second attempt at this. I think our strategy now is I'm not going to worry about saving my dad. It would definitely help. But, sorry, Dad. I think what I need to do is just literally run as fast as I can on this map and get away from this guy. Because this guy moves pretty quick and pretty fast. And he's going to slay things pretty fast. Or I could stay where I am and try to open the rift right away. That might be an option too. This is beyond 4. So we need to run away from him fast. All right, Janelle. Run away fast. Save people as fast as we can. Hopefully. Okay. Have you liked the Series 3 boxes? Hey, Kami. The first 2, which was not Terminator and not Pinhead, were really good. Were really exciting. Terminator was a little more complicated, but it was like a fun complicated. Pinhead was a little simpler, except they had like moving rooms, which was pretty cool. This one's just tough so far, but we'll get there. But really enjoy it. I think every single time they've done a series, they've done it a bit better. So really good to see. Okay, let's start off with always be focusing. Please roll better this time. Okay, let's give it a short rest and a weak attack, so we can get at least 1 success. 1, and we lose 1 time. All right, we're gonna focus again. Please get 1 success. Oh my god, this is our other issue. We are getting the worst rolls humanly possible. I'm gonna walk. Hopefully, I'm gonna walk. Actually, no, I'm not gonna walk because we're gonna use 2 to open a rift and 1 to get a close call. And the idea is hopefully we can open a rift to save this guy and move on with our life. Okay. So, now, his turn. He has to do his whole open dimension thing, right? Dice tray upside down on purpose to bother my OCD? Yeah. Maybe I should turn it right side up and I'll roll better. Closest one is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he's going to pull this one, for example. They're going to run away. So 1. Okay, 1 is in the same exact spot. Now, he's going to move 2 spaces. He wants to kill the gray meeples. So 1, 2. Stab his spot. No one there. Then we get a terror card. Okay, so he's coming after me. So he's going to go 1, 2. No, he would go 1, 2. Now he's targeting me. Would he still stab his spot if he can't get to me? I feel like he still attacks his spot. Wrong. Hold on. Does anyone remember? Yeah, it still attacks its space. So it's going to attack its space. It's going to murder this guy. Oh, no, it can't. Because it doesn't want to murder. It can't murder in other places. Yeah, they're not in the same dimension. So we can't murder that spot. Yeah, good job. All right. So he doesn't attack, but we do. This goes down by 1. Okay. There we go. So now I need to open a rift. To go to the other side. And I'm going to follow. I'm going to bring him back to my side, which is just an action, right? How do I jump to the other side? To attack the Slayer, I want that. Victims can be saved. Can I just bring this bro to my side? Let me also come back with you. Okay. So yeah, let's open a rift first. All right, I fixed this, so hopefully now that this is right side up, we'll start rolling better. Okay. Sorry, this should be on 6. Go to the mirror dimension. So now we slide our thing down. We're now in the mirror dimension. We're with this guy. We lose 1 time. I'm going to, as just a regular action, just bring this person back. So I'm going to pop back into our dimension, making this gray meeple now a yellow meeple. Now they're in a spot to save them. So I just saved them. So they're saved. We're going to lower our horror by 1. Okay. I can't cross the river. You can only cross over there. All right. Well, we're going to go walk probably to these people to try to save them. Ugh. Yeah, let's just throw away these 2 for 1 success. Move up to a space, lose 1 time. So we're down to 4 times. Okay. That's fine. So now we'll end there. We're going to get all of our cards. We have 4 left. So we'll spend 2 on sprinting. Actually, we'll spend 4 on sprinting. And then these go back. Okay. Rift. Cool. Now, he's going to open. Closest victim in our dimension to the Slayer. He's going to open the thing. Get one of these people. He panics now that he's in the mirror phase. He's freaking out, right? 6. Which way do they go for 6? 5, 6. So they run down here. So he runs down there. He freaked out. But he's just like, well, I'm going to murder you anyway. So he comes over here, murders this guy dead. So that's 1 dead. This now goes up. Murder. All right, so now he's going to disappear someone else. So he's going to disappear this guy. And then he goes up there, murders this one. Bloodlust goes up. This goes down to 4. This goes down to 5. Okay. They don't panic, right? Because they're in the wrong thing. I think that was what it said. They don't panic. Should be panicking. All right. I think we finally figured out how that mechanic works. So now we're going to be focusing. Always be focusing. Oh my God. Let's get rid of short rest and a weak attack to do this and move 1. All right, let's try focusing again. Be really great. Thank God. This goes down to 3. Lose 1 time. Then we're going to sprint. I don't understand how I'm rolling so poorly. All right, 1 here. I lose a life. We lose 2 times. We're down to 2, and we're going to end the turn. Hey, Beast, how's it going? Okay. So we can get our free cards. I don't need to open a rift. I should search for my dad, but I'm not going to. Oh, I should look for that gun in that police station. Where's that? Oh, he's at the police station. I do want that AK-47. Shadows of the dice. Run faster. So we have 2 left. I mean, he's just gonna open his dimension and just stab this person to death. Like, it should be he pulls in from the furthest away, not closest. Because he's just like, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, let's just actually we'll spend 2 to do 2 close to calls. 2 close calls. All right, so now he's gonna pull in this guy, right? Obviously, the dimension. They're gonna freak out because they're not where they want to be. A 3 runs them over here, but it doesn't really matter. He's just gonna walk over there, stab, stab, stab. That just feels so weird how easy it is for him to like murder them. Bloodlust goes up by 1. All right, then bringing the Hoplomachus dice out. I know, right? No victims. All right. If there are more victims in our dimension than the mirror dimension, that there are. All right. So we do 2 of these. Shoot. So it's got to be the closest one, which means both of these people go here. Oops. 4 for the 1, which means he runs over there. And 6. Just play this Red Leaf. Hey, how's it going? You don't have to complete the mission, right? You can just ignore that because that ain't ever gonna get done. I don't know how I'm gonna defeat anyone. I can't keep anyone alive. And 2 blood trackers, so 1 here, 1 here. Dark power is master plan. When there are 4 more victims in the mirror dimension, and the following killer action on the finale. Or add the following. Oh god. Yeah, Red Leaf, I agree. Like, this just seems crazy. You need to complete the mission? Whoa, really? Wait, where's the mission? Oh, you're right. Completing the mission is mandatory to win the game. Jeez Louise. So you can get him down to 1 health, but that's it. Dude, Redley. I'm just trying to save some people at this point. I gotta grab my AK-47. All right, so those people are gone. They're just dead. It's all good. All right. So what's at the lab? A shock stick? That's not terrible. Let's get this stupid stick. All right, let's sprint over there. Oh, shoot, we never put these back. All right, sprint. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get 1 success, move 2 spaces. So 1, 2. And we lose a time. I think we're going to chill there because we're going to have to search. So we get the free cards. I need 2 for search. Brings down to 3. 2 more for sprint. I guess that's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ugh. Okay. Okay. So he's going to pull in closest. What is closest? I assume it's just distance. So they're going to get pulled in. They're like, oh my god, I'm in the dimension. Why? Right, he's going to go up there. Now he's going to move to his space. Stab, stab, stab. Murders this guy. Bloodlust track goes up by 1. This goes down by 1. All right. And let me guess. He's going to go murder more people. Place 2 new victims at Fanghorn Forest. Is that up here? No. Oh, it's over here. All right. So 2 victims go in the forest. Okay, this is now down to 5, and we get another event card. Bridge repair. Under construction token on the bridge. What bridge? On a bridge of your choice. This one. No longer considered adjacent. Okay, so the only bridge is this one now. Oof. Okay. Oh boy. So, I guess let's focus. Always be focusing. We need to get that back up for sure. At least we got a success. This goes down by 1. This goes down to 4. Always be focusing. Okay. Okay. Slight comeback. Let's go search now. Failure. Take the top item. All right, so let's do that. We're going to take this stick. We now take 2 horror, so all that work is gone, and this goes down to 2. This is some of the worst rolling I've had in my life. All right, let's sprint out of here. That's fine. Weak attack and short rest can leave. We can move 2 spaces, lose 1 time. So 1, 2. We're going to hang out here with all of our friends. Okay. 1 left. We'll get that for walking. Start calling you Adele because you're rolling in the all right, so now closest one is this one. Sad. Now he can't cross the riverway, but it's just the closest. They're gonna freak out. I can only take 2 people anyway, so that's fine. He goes up here, freaking out, man. Now he's gonna move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. Stab, stab, stab. Murder's another one. Bloodless truck goes up. Then we resolve this. Zealous attacks. Increase his attack value by 1. Good. I was hoping it would go up by 1. I was thinking, you know what? 4 is not enough. Hopefully he murders more. Alright, then we have to panic this guy, right? A 3. Which way does 3 go? Over here. Doesn't matter. You're going to die soon anyway. Alright, cool. Let's casually walk away from this whole situation. Alright, so oops. Knocked my guy over. Or knocked that guy over. Take all of them. We're going to bring them down here. And then we're going to walk away again. Sorry. We lose 1 time. Oh my god. I'm going to throw away 2 to try to succeed. Thank goodness. Move 1 space, lose 1 time. So move 1 space with all of them. They're going to come down here to the government lab. Alright, we have 2 left, so we're going to take these. And the sprint. This goes back. Alright. They're going to turn into a dimensional thing. He's going to panic. What is 3? Let me guess. You run right into his arms? You do. You do panic right toward him. 80% time. Alright. So he goes down there. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to stab you for running into his spot. Because you're an idiot. Alright. There's that. Okay. Goes here. Stab, stab, stab. This goes up by 1. This goes down to 6. Okay. Oh my god. This guy's rough. Okay. Do I have the ability to focus? I do. We're going to try focusing again. Let me try pulling from the top dice. Maybe I was just having bad, unlucky dice. Yeah. Alright. Always be focusing. We'll throw away weak attack and short rest to focus again. Then we're going to try sprint with our people. All right, 1 success, move 2 spaces, lose a time. Okay. So 1, 2. Actually, not terrible. So we could take a guard card, heal 1. Guess we'll take the guard card. Why not? All right. We'll take these. We have 3 left, so we'll get another sprint. Actually, no, we have to get a search card because we have to start doing this whole thing. So we get a search card and a close call. And this goes back. Okay. Oof. Crazy. Okay. He's going to turn this one dimensional. They're going to freak out. He's going to move over here. Doesn't really matter because he's just going to go boop, boop, stab, stab, stab. Increases this. Down to 5. All right. God, he's already up there with still 4 terror cards left. That's insane. No victims there are. If there are victims in our dimension, then resolve the cross from the first victim instead of the closest. Okay, so he is now here. He has to panic. A 1. Which way do you panic on a 1? Oh, you panic up to the library. Now he's going to go try to kill someone. How many spaces he moved? 4? 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's close. Stab, stab, stab. Okay. So he's going to go kill that entire side of the map soon. Okay. I'm going to casually walk over here and try to get some tokens, I guess. See if I can go find my dad. My adopted father. Oh, hey, okay. 1, 2. There's 1 time. So, how do we do this? When you end your movement on space of mission tokens, you may discard a search action card to place both tokens face down into your play area. Okay. Done. Okay, so we can shuffle these all up, and these are the mission token. Oops. Mission token pool. Okay. Once per action phase, you may help your father escape by performing the following steps while at the police station. Okay, so I have to make it all the way over here. So I have to run all the way around to over here. And to spend the time to reveal 1 token from the mission pool and place it in front of you. If you reveal a second blank token or have run out of time to spend, you must stop. Otherwise, you may choose to stop or repeat, starting at step 1. If you reveal 2 blank tokens, immediately end the action phase. All mission tokens reveal a turn back face over. Okay. Keep trying on future turns. There are only 3 key tokens on the sheet, at which point... Okay, so you get more tokens to try to get more keys to make it easier. Okay. But we need to at least get it from another spot. So, let's walk casually all the way up there. Running around Slayer's murdering everyone, right? We're just like... Okay, you know what? That's fine. We're going to throw away these 2 cards. We're going to move 1 whole space up to here. Lose 1 time. All right. Get those. We're going to spend 2 on a sprint, and we'll get 2 on a search, so we can throw away the search and get all the tokens, hopefully. Like, we need to, like, be a little more ambitious, because, you know, everyone's getting murdered, dude. All right. Bad news. Last one is now gone. They're freaking out, obviously. 2. Which way is 2? 2 stays there. If there are no more tokens to mirror... Oh, you just increased the bloodlust. Whatever. What's new? Okay, he's going to go here. Murder. This goes up. Discard the next terror card. Sad. And then we just do the terror card. He's just going to be like trying to kill us soon. It's after me. Okay, so what does he move for? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then this goes down there. Jeez. I don't even know if we try to focus anymore. I think we're just going to try to sprint up there. So let's sprint up there. Oh, okay. 2 spots. 1, 2. Lose the time. Can we walk up there now? No, we don't have any walking. Of course we don't. All right, we might as well focus. What do we have? A weak attack and a short rest. We'll throw away them to increase this. Lose 1 time. We'll focus again. 1 success. All right, so that goes there. We lose 1 time. We have 3 time left. We'll hold on to our search. So we'll get that. Spend 1 time. We get 2 more times. No, he's just going to try to murder that meatball, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have to get a sprint, though, so we'll get a sprint. Let's go back. Okay. Now, you can't transfer anyone. Bloodlust tracker goes up. That's flipped over. Sad. Okay, that's that. Actually, wait. The second to the last terror card's flipped over. Oh yeah, no, that works the same. All right, he's gonna come here. He's gonna murder. Stab, stab, stab. Bloodlust will go up. There's no terror cards. It's fine. No terror cards. Nothing happens. No panicking. All that fun stuff. Reveal the finale, which states. This is the most broken kill in the whole franchise. Dude, this is nuts. Alright, so we have to add this killer at... Oh my god. Welcome to my world. So, okay. He's going to change everyone, which who cares, right? They're all over there. But he's going to target them, stab them, and we get a horror every round. But if there are 4 more victims in the mirror dimension... Actually, no, there isn't. There's only 2, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. So, we need to move into his space and then basically run away. So we're going to walk into his space. Hope he doesn't see us. Okay, it's fine. We walk into a space, we take a damage, and lose 2 hearts. Fine, whatever. We throw away a search card. Where is it? To collect the 2 tokens. Oh my god. And then run away because we have to go to the police station. Run away fast. Okay. Actually, yeah, we will throw away these. So we lose the time, so we're down to 3. We move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. We're 1 away from the police station, which is a good sign. We have 3 time left. So we'll get these 4. We'll get a close call for 1. And we'll buy a guard for another 2. Okay. And then these go back. I need to get my dad. And then when resolving action cards that deal damage and deal 1 additional. Okay. To figure that out. So, bad news bears. He's going to do the dimension thing. There is nothing. This would just go terror card, whatever. He's now going to run down here. 1, 2, 3. Stab, stab, stab. They're dead. Does that. Whatever. We'll just add them to the victim pool. Then we just get a horror every single round from here on out because we're just so upset about being in this world. And that's the end of that. Okay. Now, we got to... Do we have a walk? We don't even have a walk. Oh, my God. All right. I guess we'll just focus. Always be focusing. All right. That's fine. We'll go to 4. We'll lose the time. We'll use the other focus. Okay. 1. Lose the time. So we got 4 left. So let's get those ones. And let's spend 4 on retaliate. Everything goes back. Okay. He now is going to want to kill this person. So, oh wait, you can't cross the river, right? And that's construction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Stabs the space. 1 horror. This might be the hardest one, right? Like, it's the hardest one, right? This is wild. how difficult this is. All right, we're going to the police station. We're going to casually walk over there. Just move one spot, dude. Sure, now you do that. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. All right, so we have 5 times. So we have to learn how this little mini game works. So we spend a time. So we're going to spend 1 to reveal a token. All right, it's a key. What does that mean? And place it in front of you. Okay, there's 1. If you reveal a second blank or have run out of time, you must stop. No. One less key is required to complete the mission. What's gaining progress or losing progress? I don't know what that is. So that's whatever. Okay. So we do it again. We're down to 3. Come on, Dad. Ugh. So we failed, right? Oh, no. Okay, so we did 1. We're still trying to get that one. Okay, so let's do 2. Okay, we got a key. 1 more. Come on, baby. Give me this key. Give me the key. Oh, let's go. Okay. So when the mission is complete, place the adoptive father at the police station. He's orange token. Hey, Dad. How's it going? Look through the item deck at the police station and take 1 item of your choice. Okay, so police station. Oh, I kind of want the AK-47. Wow. Oh, a flamethrower. That's a little too much. This game makes you work for it like movie versions? Yeah. All right, so Dragon's Breath, we could deal a lot of damage. The AK-47 is going to be two-handed, so I think we're going to take the Dragon's Breath. It's basically fireworks or something. Okay, so we did this. This is done, I think. So the quest is complete. Now we just have to win Rocky Win with our 1 time left. Hold on. Waterways are not adjacent, right? No, they're not connected. Okay. So the problem is I think he's going to change my adoptive father into a person, which is not great. Yeah. Okay. We need to run away because he's going to try to take my adoptive father. Oh my God. We're not going to be able to run away. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. He's too fast. He can go 4 and we can walk once. Bro. All right, so if we try to walk away. Of course. Let's get rid of close call and a short rest. We're past that. Move. We can move a space and lose a time, so we're down to 0. All right, we can't do anything else. So we'll get our focus. It's just focusing cards. The problem is now they go into the dimension, so they're in the mirror dimension. But it doesn't matter because he's just gonna go 1, 2, 3 and kill him because we couldn't get this guy over. Oh wait. If he went into the mirror dimension, he has to freak out. Actually, there's a chance. He has to freak out still. What's 3? Oh my God, don't run closer to him. Dad. Okay. 1, 2. Stab. Oh, look. Dad's dead. Okay. We gain 2 horror. And guess what? We gain another 1 because of just his existence gains us 1. All right. Cool. So who's the not demon god? If this is just the Slayer. I don't know who it should be. I don't know Stranger Things at all. Let's focus. All right, 1 success. Good. We're back up to 2 dice. We lose 1 time. Always be focusing. We're just preparing to try to win now. All right. This goes up to 5. This goes down by 1. All right. For the 4, let's stop there. Get all of them. We'll spend 3 on that, 1 on that. Oh, I should have done this really fast because I forgot I'm next to him. I should have done Dragon's Breath. Discard during the action phase to deal 3 damage to enemy in your space or adjacent space. So we'll deal 3. So 1, 2. This goes away. 3. I should have done that before. My bad, chat. Let's play chess. Brought us some time. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. It would have been nice. All right. Dimensional thing. 1, 2, 3. Goes over here. Stab, stab, stab. Okay. Everyone's dead. This horror goes down by 1, which is terrible for us. It is just me and him now. It's just the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us. Okay. So, first things first, we need a distraction. Always be distracting if you can't be focusing. I'm going to re-roll 1 of the dice. See if I can get this other one to succeed. Okay, I got a double on it. Short rest, walk. We'll do a short rest and a walk. So we get double success. So this goes down by 2. And we gain 2 time. Distraction is a bonkers card. All right. I guess let's casually walk away from him. That's got to be on the same platform. So let's casually walk away from him. 1 success. Move 1 space. All right, let's fight at the police station. And we lose 1 time down to 7. That's fine. Okay. So, for 7, we're going to buy a critical blow for 6. And a close call for 1. And always be focusing. We're going for the win, chat. Just go for the win. All right, we're no longer doing... I have a shock stick, so I can just like poke them a bunch. So I'm hoping when we poke them, it will lead to victory. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, chat. Here we go. 1, 2. It's time for dying. All right, so he's attacking 5. 5 can straight up murder me. But what we're going to do is play retaliate. Newman. Let's get rid of this and this. And both our focuses. So we can ignore all damage and deal 3 back. So we're going to ignore all damage. We deal 3 back. It's 2 on this and 1 on the shock stick. So 1, 2, 3. It's risky. But we need to make some risks. All right, and then we just get 1 horror. All right, our turn. What we're going to do is just a critical blow. Oops, this should be at 6. Big numbers, chat. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. Double success. Let's go. Give it to me. Okay. Not great, Bob. Not great at all. So, we deal 3 damage. We lose 2 life. Horror increases by 1 and our turn ends. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're just going to be down to 1 die. It's fine. All right. So we'll spend 3 to get a distraction. 2 for another guard. And 1 for a close call plus their free cards. All right. Distraction. Wait, is that our distraction? No, we have a distraction. Retaliate. Focus. Dude, this is wild. Hey, John Lasagna. Okay. He's not going to try to stab me. We have a guard. It'd be really nice if we can roll doubles. Just once. Just once. Okay. Wait. This isn't terrible. So let's get rid of a close call and a short rest. No, we'll get rid of our walks. We're not walking because he could just run us down. So we ignore all damage. Solid. We could do that. We are back down to 1 die though, which is objectively terrible. Okay. All right, chat. We're going to try distraction with 1 die. There's no way this goes well for us. Short rest and close call. Okay, we're throwing away that. Now we have 2 and we gain a time. Not terrible. Not great. We kind of don't want to be going toe-to-toe with this guy constantly, but sure. All right, so we spend 4. So it brings down to 3 for retaliate. We get a close call for 1. We get our free cards. We have 2 left. Actually, no, we're not going to do a close call. We're going to get into distraction. I'm convinced distraction is going to be our future and work. Okay. We're going to be back down. Oh my god. We just need to focus. Do we have focus in here? We do. My stupid shock stick is doing nothing. Okay, so he's going to attack me. We are going to retaliate against this with our 2 dice. Come on, retaliate. Come on, retaliate. Son of a gun. Okay. So we reduce the attack by 2, which means he still does 3 damage. So we lose 1. If this has anything on the other side, we're knocked down, but we're possibly not out. Possibly. Because there's a shot. There's some hearts on this other side. Ooh, okay. All right, so we get 1 die. We dealt back 2 damage. He's down to 2 life. But we are down to 1 die. Because this is the most absurd top card I've ever had in my life. Okay. Now we are rolling 2 still, though, because we have this +1 die. So what we do is we start by focusing. Somehow this is going to save us. I'm not 100% sure how. But it doesn't hurt. So now we're up to 3 dice now. Oops, this should be down here. Okay. So I think we distract him. I think we're going to try to distract him. Focus and weak attack. No, I think, okay. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to throw away 2 so that this goes up by 1 more. This was actually silly. Probably shouldn't have done this, but whatever. Yeah, we already did it. I shouldn't have done it this way, but whatever. We gain 1 time. Okay, chat. Here's the thought process. We weakly attack him with our 3 dice. Okay? We just casually attack him. And we try to get 2 successes, which we haven't had all night. But it's at 3 dice. I really should have kept the 2 cards. I should have never done the last thing. We do that. If we double hit, it's possible he is completely dead. Actually, we need a dice tower for this. We can't use this tray. This tray is trash. We need to change it up. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, 3 dice. We just need 2 successes. Come on, baby. Give me the first one. Okay. I'm feeling it. One more. Let's go. Let's go. Bro, we should have been playing with the dice tower the whole time. I don't know what I've been doing. All right. So he loses a life. Now it comes down to this. If there is nothing on the other side, we somehow win by letting everyone die. If there's anything on the other side, he is probably going to stab and kill us. It's not guaranteed over, but it's most likely over. Let's go! Let's go! I love this game. Oh my god. That was a lot of luck, chat. That was a lot of luck there. Out of curiosity, if we would have played one more round, because we had 6, right? So we could have taken the free cards. I would have purchased a guard for 2. And then probably just gotten two close calls and like another card to throw away, right? Could you imagine triple hearts, dude? No. So let's say if he would have survived, just out of curiosity, he would have attacked me. I would have had to do a guard, right? Oh, wait, these would all go back. So I would have had to do a guard. Would we have succeeded with our guard? We would have had to roll 2 successes again. Failure. Failure. Triple failure. But we could have done a close call and spent 2 time to roll them all again. A success. Okay, that's fine. We would have succeeded. Okay. And we could have then thrown away like 2 walks and then hung out and would have to like basically try to survive again. We probably would have short rest. I'm not sure if you can heal when you're like that. But we would have had a short rest to get attacks because we had 4 left. So we would have gotten like retaliate. He would have tried to attack us again. We would have had to retaliate. And then it would have been not great, Bob. Actually, no, with all that, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could have thrown, ignored it, and done the damage. We could have won 2 different ways. That was tight, chat. Oh, dice tower. The dice. I should have been the dice tower the whole time. Don't get this. Don't get this. This somehow guarantees bad rolls. I don't understand the math, but you just case in point. Need a t-shirt with focus? I know, right? I gotta say though, like, again, it's just one of the best solo games out there. It feels so good playing this game. It really does. There was a lot of stress though. But it was a good game. Oh. Love it. So I will say that was the Hoplo Tower is the go. Dude, it really is. Buy the Hoplo Tower just for successful rolls. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I'm saying it's basically guaranteed. I will say though, this was probably the hardest scenario I've played from them so far. This was really tough and really hard. It was. I think in the beginning, the secret was you just run away a lot. So hopefully he doesn't target you. And then just play a defensive game, basically. Like, that's the only way to, like, defeat him. Actually, wait. Hold on. Did we not defeat him now that I think about it? Oh my god, we didn't defeat him. I wasn't in his dimension. I kept forgetting about the whole moving dimension thing. We never actually won. Oh my god. That's frustrating. Because he can attack you in your dimension, but you can't attack him in your dimension. Like, the reaction card strategy would work still. So every time we've done retaliate, it would have worked. It just wouldn't have worked with the critical blows and stuff. So we could have done it. We would have had to change the strategy slightly. I think it still could have been done because the guard and retaliate just alternate. You could still do. So you could still retaliate in your dimension. And maybe we just play a dimension where we open a rift and pop in, smack him in the face with a weak attack and pop out. So I think we could have probably still won it. It would have just been more stressful. But yeah, technically we didn't win. Whatever. All right, so this was very, very hard. Between the Thing or the Alien, which is more thematic enjoyable? So you keep my eye. I like the Alien one the most. The Alien one's one of my favorites. It's really good. It's a really good scenario. It's a really fun scenario. So I highly recommend the Alien one. I also recommend the Terminator one if you're in the Terminator. Terminator is really, really good. All right, chat. I'm tired. Can't believe we technically lost. All right. I'm getting out of here. I'm tired. So we're going to go live again Friday. Novels Night probably live earlier. You can fold that up. Yeah. It folds into this. So the way you do it is you fold these up. Fold this around. And those are all magnets. And these corners are buttons. They have a Too Many Bones one as well. But this one's better looking. I have the Too Many Bones one somewhere. And just undo it. Hey. It's a good dice tower. The one I got from Too Many Bones with the magnets were super weak, so it kept coming down. Those magnets aren't super good, but they're not bad. They need stronger magnets in them. Hopefully they eventually figure that out. Okay, chat. So we'll be here Friday. Doing, well, we don't know what yet, but we'll do Friday. Probably gonna be here a bit earlier, so make sure to come hang out for that. And then yeah, I'll be live again Monday for Marvel Champions. Probably Marvel Champions Marvel stuff, I think. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, appreciate you all being here. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you all Friday. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. Take care, everyone.